So right now you're seeing a cold liquid into a hot roux. This is going to be hot liquid, and this bechamel roux will be cooled off by the time we get there. So then we'll see a cold roux into a hot liquid. You're seeing it both. I think the heat's more over that way. And it's cranked. So again, I'm on wooden spoon right now. I only use that whisk to incorporate the liquid into the roux, and vice versa, roux into liquid. And you guys, we just got these little pots here. We're gonna make about 3 cups to a quart of sauce for each one of the recipes. And now it's started to get pretty thick, right? It started getting hotter, and you see how it just started congealing in there? You guys see that? Seeing that? Just started, it just did it like that, right? Almost faster than I could keep up with. I might have to get the whisk again if this gets a little lumpy, but no, okay? And I didn't even come close to the boil, right? Heat and starch has that effect on liquid. So here I go. My next round, again, I'm gonna turn off that heat, incorporate the next amount of liquid. I'm gonna get my whisk, smooth that baby out. And once it's smooth, I don't see any lumps. I'm gonna get in there with this wooden spoon. Make sure there's no, yeah, there's still some lumpy stuff in there. Let me get that. Just making sure there's nothing on the bottom or in the corners. I'm getting a little aggressive. I'm just throwing this stuff all over. And on comes the heat again. There goes the whisk again. I think I've smoothed out any chunks. Oh, there's a chunk. I spoke too soon. That little trick of turning off the heat in between is one thing that'll save you from those lumps. Still got a few little bumps in there, I think. Maybe not. I think I'm smooth. Look how thin it is. It's about the consistency of heavy cream right now, right? You can never tell unless somebody's moving that liquid. You're gonna see this as it gets hotter, it starts getting thicker. Now you'll notice I continue to keep this moving a little bit. I don't have to stir it the whole time, but I don't want it to settle down, because when it settles down, you ever make cream or wheat or grits or anything like that, right? You let that grain settle, it's gonna go down to the bottom and start lumping up. The roux does the same thing here, right? So keep it just slightly moving. Don't let 30 seconds go by without giving it a little stir. Because it wants to thicken up, and it's gonna. I think I'll make a little sachet for this. You guys remember sachet, right? Gotta go back to this. Looks like it's getting thick. My milk's starting to get a little bit of scald around the edges. See a little activity there. Yeah, it's about there. So right now it's infusing a little bit of that flavor into the, a little flavor from the bay leaf and the clove and all that into the liquid. And then when I assemble the sauce, I'm going to save that onion. I'll throw it in that sauce while it simmers out too. May as well. And notice how, you know, this sachet thing, kind of an afterthought here. It's so funny, you know, I'll turn students loose on the stoves. Okay, get going. First thing they go to is that sachet, right? Don't you need to get this on the fire? Forget about the sachet. Get this on the fire and then worry about your sachet, right? Okay, so I'm really close. I'm at the boil here. I'm just gonna add a tiny little drop now just to get it where I want it, okay? Again, remember I said earlier, you don't want this stuff to be like cement. It won't cook out. So give it a nice little flow. It will slightly thicken as it goes. Let me get that all the way to the boil again, and I'm going to be happy with him. He's going to cruise. I'm going to make a quick sachet with just a little thyme and peppercorn and bay leaf and throw it on in there. My milk's up. You always want to keep an eye on that milk, and we're going for the bechamel next. All right. Sachets coming together. I usually go double